coming February 9th. It's a Sunday. You got to be there. I'm going to be there. We got wall-to-wall vendors at the expo. The most vendors we've ever had. The place is going to be insane. The place will be rocking with the DJ. We got the balloons. Start the party. You got to be there. You can't miss the show. And the workshops. The workshops are Metro New York's largest inshore and offshore seminars anywhere here. Great stuff. 35 classes, 15 presenters. We got the swag bags. We got breakfast. We got free raffles after each class. Great stuff, a great time. Hey, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner and you just bought your first rod or if you're an experienced commercial fisherman. There's nothing better than to get around other guys with the same passion and enjoy a day of fishing and relaxation and just learning maybe just one little tip that's going to put you on fish or let you hook up that one extra time. Great stuff. You got to be there. Go to allproexpo.com. You want to be able to save some money by going online. Why wait online? Get your tickets in advance, save some money. Why pay more at the door? One of the things I want to talk to you about today are some vendors. The first vendor I want to speak about is one of my favorite jig strips that I have. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, it's the only one I have on my boat. And that is, wait for it, Fat Cal Jig Strips. Love this stuff. The guys behind it are absolutely great. They are just true fishermen. They're really into it. And every year they try to step up the game and improve it, and they improved again this year. What's special about jig strips? Why should you have them on your boat? Listen, you should have everything on your boat. You always have to be prepared. You got to have your gulp. You got to have some stink. You got to have some fresh bait and live bait because you never know what you're going to encounter. If you want to get on the big fish, and you always see the same guys, on Facebook, on Instagram, with these big fish. Well, the reason why they got big fish is because they're prepared. And one of the things you want to be prepared with is Fat Cal Jig Strips. Really good stuff. I use it. I want you to try it too. Now, this year, we came out with our brand new Slayer spoons. The Slayer spoons and the jig strips work perfect together. The jig strips also work great with the Slayer. The Slayer is a bucktail with a swinging hook. I'm going to show you how we would use this with the Slayer. This here is the Slayer spoon. What's really neat about the Slayer spoon, not just the fact that it's absolutely a stunning looking lure, but it combines a flutter spoon with the weight, get you down, with real deer hair and a little shimmer, with an offset hook, but more importantly, a bait holder hook. And that's where Fat Cal Jig Strips come in place. Anyone who knows me, anyone who has a conversation with me, I'm always talking about action. I think it's the number one thing is the presentation of the bait in the water. The action in the water is going to attract the fish. As you notice, I take it right out of the jar. It has this natural, curve to it, and curl. That goes in the water. It gives it a wobbling effect. Much better than some of the other jig strips I've seen on the market, which is kind of just a long strip. That might flutter like this, but this will kind of wobble. I think it gives a better presentation, appears to be more of an injured or a fish or some sort of prey that is under duress, and therefore it's just natural instinct to hit it. The great thing about the Fat Cal Jig Strips is that it comes with a hole already in it. So you could just easily literally just put it on. You're not fighting it. You're not wrestling with it. You don't have to get out your knife and start stabbing it. Dude, I remember that. I used to go with my knife on those pork rinds, right? You used to go and you drill a hole in it almost, and then you'll get it on, and then you'll never get it off. And it never comes off. What's nice about this is that with a little maneuvering, boom, it comes off. But you can put it on, and it never comes off. A fish could like hold this thing, you could drag this fish for like a mile, not coming off. Great stuff. They're scented with jigging gel. The jigging gel that I have here is a clam scent, like clam fritters. Great stuff. I mean, if I didn't know better, you dip this in a little buttermilk, or maybe a little breadcrumb, you fry it. That's how good these things smell. The other thing that you want to use these for, besides on your bucktails, your jigs, one of the things that I do is I use the Wang jig. People may know the All Pro Wang jig. It's a jig that just catches about everything. Is that what's great about the Fat Cow strips is that you could cut them, unlike other strips where you just can't cut them. This here, you could cut it to the size that you're looking for. So if I'm just looking for a smaller presentation because I'm going with a jig, like the Wang jig, I could cut this down, drop it over, a bunch of stripers or sea bass, and you're fishing all day long. You're not changing the bait, and it's one after another after another. Great product. One of the things that I absolutely love, and it's kind of like, you don't hear too much about it anymore, is the tube, right? The most simple, fishing lure on the planet. It's like wire with a hook here, right? Some of them have weight. I don't use. Sometimes I'll go with the drail up front, but so, this one doesn't have a weight on it. And you cast it out. And I like doing it on the flood tide. I'm a big fan of the incoming tide, off the jetty, off the shoals, cast it, let it come down, work it slow. The Fat Cow jig strip is probably the best fish finder out there. Because you can cast this out there 10 times, 12 times. Sometimes you get a hit. Sometimes you don't. You work it. Sometimes you hit them right on the head. Bang, and they'll hit it. But you put a jig strip on here. And you cast it out. If you don't get a hit, a couple of casts, 2, 3 casts, you don't get a hit, there's no fish. This little extra action with the tube is night and day with stripers. And I'm talking big stripers. Little stripers aren't hitting tubes like this. Big stripers hitting it. Surf casters, you're putting them out there. You're working that tube, in the current there, in the waves. Boom. It's golden. So I want you to come to the show Sunday, February 9th. After you go to the Angler's Corner, you speak to all the pros, right, at the Angler's Corner, and you exchange, tips and tricks and all different techniques with these guys who are going to be there to help you out. Go find Fat Cow. They're going to have a booth there. They're going to have all their product. It comes in all different colors. I've got an orange one here. I've got the green here. Hey, you're going to go in a little deeper water. You got to go with Glow. They got Glow. They also came out this year with a little carrying case, which is like a savior for a guy like me. A lot of times I'll put this on the gunnel or I'll put it on my table and a little wave comes and boom, it's on the floor. Now you're picking it up. If you're a surf caster, you're walking down the beach, you're trying to find it in a bag, no more. Now, there's a little holder. You put your jar right in here. You secure it, simple and easy. A little Velcro. Because I'm a boater, I put it on my vest. You can put it on your buckle. You carry it around everywhere with you. You're always prepared. You want to switch up colors. Boom. You just open up. You switch out some colors. Again, Fat Cow, always looking to innovate. Always looking to improve. The jigging gel is crazy this year. You can even buy the jigging gel separate. Good stuff. February 9th, Sunday. I'm going to be there. I want you there. Captain V, signing out.